Welcome to Mr. 96's Pop Reviews. My name is Mr. 96. It has now been 4 years since the day I started reviewing music. A lot has changed, but one particular aspect has remained constant since day one. Earlier this year, I had a classmate who asked me why I didn't review songs within a week or two after they came out, and my answer is actually quite simple. I'm a reviewer, not a reactor. With several exceptions, very rarely do I ever hear a song for the first time and know exactly what I want to say. Many times, I need at least a month or two before I even remotely develop an informed opinion. But even then, I still make corrections videos every year for all the times my opinions wildly change. Hell, even for acts I follow, my opinion can change on the daily.
Let's kill this love!
As your resident Blink, I still go back and forth on Kill This Love. At first, I thought it was just fine enough. Suddenly the next day, it was goddamn amazing. The day after that, I was like, okay, there are some awesome moments, but the song's sort of less than the sum of its parts. A week later, I was like, okay, but that pre-chorus is f***ing fantastic. And since then, I've been somewhere in between. And speaking of changing opinions, today we're looking at two artists I initially hated, but have since warmed myself up to. Let's start with Shawn Mendes. A few years ago, I thought he was absolute garbage. Actually, it turns out many people did, and I'm still pissed I wasn't harsher on Treat You Better back when I reviewed it. You see what I mean about opinions constantly changing every time? But after the awful follow-up that was Mercy, he's been mostly aight since then. I haven't liked everything, but I decently enjoyed There's Nothing Holding Me Back, and Lost in Japan definitely should have been a hit. The non-Zed version, by the way. Also, I don't watch Drop the Mic, but I did see that one time he absolutely destroyed Odell Beckham Jr., so that won him some cool points in my book. But me hating Shawn Mendes in the beginning, not exactly a hot take. I wouldn't say my next point is a hot take either, but I got lots of shit back in the day for not liking Camila Cabello.
I ain't worried about nothing. I am wearing a nada.
Back in 2016, I said that Camila Cabello was a horrible singer based on her early work from Fifth Harmony, and I got so much shit from Fifth Harmony / Camila stans in the comments. But even with several years of hindsight, I still think she was subpar back then. Her voice was really annoying with Fifth Harmony, and Bad Things was not a promising start to a budding solo career. And if that's considered hate, then so be it. Really, the only way to get more vitriolic hate from angry rabid fans is to talk about XXXTentacion. You'd have to be real ballsy to do that. But everything I thought about Camila would change in 2017 with one Havana.
Havana, ooh, na, na.
If you remember, I named this song my best hit song of 2017, and I proudly stand by that. While her vocal skills hadn't really changed since her Fifth Harmony days, the difference is in the instrumental and song structure. The music itself is splendid and atmospheric, but more importantly, throughout Havana, she consistently sings with her chest voice and very rarely uses her upper register, the vocal aspect of hers that irritates most. Now both of these artists today have actually collaborated with each other in the past, and disregarding the song's actual quality, the two did manage to have decent chemistry. Personally, I found the song to be quite forgettable, but let's see if lightning can strike twice, or once, with their new song, Señorita.
I love it when you call me señorita.
Okay, it seems like she's trying to go for that Havana formula again. Makes sense, it's what made her best and most successful hit.
Oh, you keep me coming for you. Land in Miami.
Hold up, that part sounds a bit strange. Is it me, or does Shawn Mendes sound like he's over-singing that first line?
Oh, you keep me coming for you. Land in Miami.
He's saying that he's landed in Miami, yet he's making it sound like it's the most epic, dramatic thing in the world. To be fair, this isn't the first time he starts a verse naming the city he's in.
I'm in Toronto and I got this view.
There he states that he's in Toronto, but for some reason, that line sounds way more natural in there than it does in Señorita. Perhaps it's because Shawn uses his chest voice in If I Can't Have You, but maybe it's something else. Could it be the music?
I'm in Toronto and I got this view.
Yeah, in his solo hit, there's a constant guitar driving the song, whereas here, the music is a lot more bare bones by comparison. I know it seems like I'm nitpicking, but that part still strikes a weird note whenever I listen to it. That's not to say the music in Señorita is bad, it just takes a while to kick in.
I love it when you call me señorita.
See, the instrumental becomes fully realized when the chorus after the first verse kicks in. Wait a minute. Did Shawn just refer to himself as Señorita?
I love it when you call me señorita.
Oh, I get it. He sings most of the line with her, but stays silent as she says the word me.
I love it when you call me señorita.
As a result, he's basically saying the phrase, I love it when you call, comma, Señorita. That kinda works? In a way I can sort of buy that, but on the other hand, it sounds kind of awkward. However, Shawn's harmonization is pretty damn good, and if you ask me, I don't exactly have a solution to make that line better. I'm so conflicted because musically it sounds good, but something in the back of my mind is telling me it could be better. The first question some would have is whether the song is better than Havana or not, and my simple answer to that would be no.
Havana, ooh, na, na.
Like I mentioned earlier in the video, Camila Cabello constantly sung with her chest voice in Havana, which seamlessly fit with the song's low-key aesthetic. In Señorita, she lets loose on some high notes right out of the gate.
I love it when you call me señorita.
Once again, I must reiterate that I've come around on Camila Cabello a lot in the last few years, but even so, her head voice is still her weakest vocal aspect. In a song like Señorita, it's better to sing with a more relaxed tone. Take the second verse, for example.
Back to the hotel. There's just some things that never change.
It's calm, it's not forcing itself to be overly emotional. That's what makes it even sexier. Besides my fascinating experience with Fifth Harmony fans, one of the reasons I continue to review Camila Cabello is that whether you think she's a good singer or not, she definitely leaves an impact on you.
It's too late. Too late.
I haven't said this much yet, but it's a goddamn crime that Find You Again hasn't charted on the Billboard Hot 100. If it were a hit, it would definitely be in my top 5 hit songs of the year. Hell, I don't even mind that South of the Border song.
Something I wanna be free. Come south of the border with me.
Granted, it could have been a lot better without Cardi B, who I'm pretty much done with at this point, but either way, I can listen to it when it comes on. Señorita is the kind of song I should be in love with, yet I can't quite make that leap yet. Sure, comparing it to Havana is setting a high bar, but even if that song didn't exist, I don't think I would have given Señorita the same praise I gave Havana in 2017. If you can't tell by now, this is as much a review for me as it is for you. If there's one thing I am sure of though, it's that Camila ain't the type for subtlety.
Call my name, I'll be coming for you. Coming for you.
Wow, she really wants to get in his pants, but at least it's more convincing on record than in real life. To be honest, it's hard for me to believe that their real life relationship isn't some publicity stunt, but hey, who am I to judge relationships? I'm here for the music, man. When I review songs, I don't just want to simply say I like it or I don't like it. After 4 years, I like to believe I'm more insightful now than I was before. Señorita has all the tools to be a beloved song, but little details here and there are preventing me from loving it wholeheartedly. Who knows, maybe it'll get better or maybe it'll get worse. Either way, if you've watched me long enough, you know this won't be the last time I talk about this song.
Ooh, I should be running. Ooh, you keep me coming for you.
Oh, and Camila's new song Shameless? Not a fan. I'm Mr. 96, and if you want more pop reviews, click the subscribe button below and tap that bell to be notified when I drop a new episode. Anyways, isn't it crazy how I've done 68 episodes of this show already? 68! What the hell am I doing with my life? Pop songs may come in numbers, but there's only one. 96.
너의 그 말, 그 잔인한 말 가슴 아픈